I'm moving into college this week. Actually, by the time this video goes up, I might already be moving in or have already moved in. Classes start as soon as I get there, and I'm also participating in Rush, which for those of you who don't know, is going out for a sorority, so that's going to take up a lot of my time. So with all the stress and the newness, I probably won't be filming any videos in my new dorm room for a while, but it's okay because I have a lot of pre-filmed videos that I am waiting to put out for you guys. But now let's get down to the really important business. What books am I bringing with me to college? This was really hard for me to decide because my parents don't want me bringing a lot of books, A, for space, B, they don't want me to have temptation to read all the time and like not go to class. This book haul, I guess you could call it, is still a little tentative. There are some books I'm not sure if I'm going to take, which I won't show to you today, but I will show you eventually when I do a bookshelf tour and maybe a dorm tour once everything settles down a bit. Okay, enough talking, let's get on to the books. First up, I have Hamlet by William Shakespeare. This is the Pelican Shakespeare edition. I read Hamlet for the first time this year in my AP Literature course, and I absolutely loved it. It's my favorite play, my favorite Shakespeare play. It's amazing, and I would really like to revisit it and also annotate it a little bit, so I'm bringing it with me. Next we have A Storm of Swords and A Feast for Crows, both by George R.R. Martin, the third and the fourth book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. I picked these up for $3 each at a consignment shop last month, I believe. I wanted to read Storm of Swords this summer, but I could never find this edition, which is the one I wanted, so I never got around to reading it. So I'm bringing these two books with me to college because obviously I want to read them as soon as possible. Next we have The Two Towers, the second book in the Lord of the Rings series by J.R.R. Tolkien. Also meant to read this one this summer. Didn't get around to it because I got overwhelmed with all the other books I had to read. I started it, got relatively far, but just put it down and didn't pick it back up. So I'm bringing this book with me, so I will finish it before the year is over. I'm not bringing the third one with me because there were so many other books I wanted to bring, and while I say I'm gonna read this one during my first semester, I don't actually know if I'm gonna get around to it. So I don't want to get the third one until I know I'll finish the second one. Next up we have a set of 4 books. These are all of my Penguin Drop Caps classics, all of which I've acquired within the past few months. In order of acquisition we have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd, Moby Dick or the Whale by Herman Melville, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and An Artist of the Floating World by Kazuo Ishiguro. These books are coming with me partially for aesthetic purposes, but also because I haven't read any of them. I've only started The Secret Life of Bees and haven't even gotten halfway through, and these are all classics that I need to put into my head, and I can't go through my life much longer without having read all of these, so they're coming with me to college because they are getting read. Next up we have 3 books I showed you in my July book haul. The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and The Archived by Victoria Schwab. All of these are books that I have recently acquired, that I've heard about on BookTube, and that I've heard are amazing, but haven't actually read yet. So these are all going because they need to be read this year. Next we have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. As I've told you, I acquired this book last year because the movie was coming out, and I still haven't read it. The movie is coming out next month, and I still haven't read this book, so I have to bring it to college because I have to read this book before the movie comes out because I'm not missing out on Dylan O'Brien in a full screen theater. Next we have my future listography, All I Hope to Do in Lists, which I showed you in my July book haul. I'm bringing this book with me because, as I've said, I love lists, and this is basically a book where you document your life and what you want to do in lists, and since college is such a big time for me, I feel that it's necessary to have this book, so I'm documenting it in some way, I guess. I don't know, I just feel like I need something that'll make me put down my goals and future aspirations, and this book is perfect for that. Next we have A Treasury of Classic Poetry. I've been doing pretty well with my New Year's resolution of reading more poetry, so I'm bringing this with me to keep that up. I'm also bringing T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland and Other Poems because, as I said in a previous video, I want to annotate this and sort of, I guess, put myself into T.S. Eliot's poetry because I love him so much, and I feel like this will help me get more comfortable with reading and annotating poetry. Also, I just love this edition. And finally, you knew it was coming. Are you surprised? Looking for Alaska by John Green. I mean, do I even have to tell you? This is my favorite book. I read it at least twice a year. There's no way I'm going off to college without my own annotated personal copy of Looking for Alaska. I would die. So those are the books I'm bringing with me to college. As I said earlier, you guys are going to be getting a lot of pre-filmed Maggie over the next couple of weeks, I guess. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. So you're going to have to stick with this weird green and dresser closet background for a little while longer. If you want to keep up with what current Maggie is doing, you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. Links are all below. You can also friend me on Goodreads. Are any of y'all going to college? What books are you bringing? Where are you going, if you don't mind sharing? What do your dorm rooms look like? I'm really interested to know. Talk to me in the comments below. Wish me luck with college. It's gonna be a weird, stressful time. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.